Of the accusation he laid upon Simon Ekpa, that Simon Ekpa is a bandit and also a terrorist. Anyway, you can see it, how economical he was being, with the truth. Because actually, he is telling Finland that they are citizen, Finland citizen. Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Yeah, that is has, indicated how his father, Umahi, was a Fulani man, and his mother that gave birth to him, from one of the biggest local government in Ebonyi State, was actually a woman that sold fresh milk, sold straw, hay to feed some of their animals. Umahi's father was an animal rearer in the 30s. Yes, before he gave birth to the, straight direct father of Umahi. Umahi's grandfather was a cattle rearer. He worked with the Fulanis in the past. That was when Granite Pyramid was booming. Granite Pyramid business was booming in the 30s, 20s, 1900s, in Kanu State, where Nigeria depended on cotton production. They used cotton to do manufacture cloths, wool. Then there was this Granite Pyramid. Umahi's father was working at the Granite Pyramid in Kanu State, a Fulani man. His grandfather, before they gave birth to the Umahi's straight father, who was a Fulani man actually, because Umahi is having mixed blood. There is this Fulani blood, there's the other Igbo blood. Then they joined together, that were clogged together to clone out this kind of species of Igbo man that Umahi is. Umahi is 75% Fulani, 25% Igbo. That's why Umahi can never ever say the truth. After being made governor of Ebonyi State by Christians, Pentecostal Fellowship Association of Nigeria, yes, they are the one that made governors in Ebonyi State. Ebonyi State is church. It's church that can bring someone that will become a governor in Ebonyi State. That, yes, is a Christian dominated state. So Umahi came from the axis of Fulani. His blood is Fulani. His DNA is Fulani. All his thinking and behavior is Fulani. So, which is why the statement he made regarding Nnamdi Kanu dropping agitation of Biafra, in regard of the accusation he laid upon Simon Ekpa, that Simon Ekpa is a bandit and also a terrorist. Anyway, you can see it, how economical he was being, with the truth. Because actually, he is telling Finland that they are citizen, Finland citizen. Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. So if you ask me, I will say to myself, Finland will never stoop so low, not to invite Umahi to ICC to lecture them on how their citizen, one of their citizens, Simon Ekpa, becomes a terrorist or a bandit lately, so lately. So what I'm trying to say is that Umahi has gone a long way to dip his fingers into the eye of a tiger. You know what it means? So my brother, it is uncalled for. I'm telling you, this is quite outrightly an injustice, outrightly, highly misguided information, and violation of Simon Ekpa's, human rights. He keeps on infringing on Nnamdi Kanu, accusing Nnamdi Kanu of agitating for Biafra. Is Biafra Mazi Dave Umahi's kitchen? Is Biafra Mazi Dave Umahi's property? Is Biafra a land that belongs to only Umahi's father? Alone.
Is he fighting Nnamdi Kanu for greed?
He said what?
Is he fighting Nnamdi Kanu because of greed?
I wonder. He's fighting Nnamdi Kanu because of the political greed. Yes, because of political gains. He's fighting Simon Ekpa because of political gains. These people are from Igbo land. Dave Umahi is from Fulani Igbo, and we don't care. We made him governor of Ebonyi State based on competence, and he actually delivered. I don't deny him. But what happened is that he's turning his back on Fulani because he's dancing to the dance of Yoruba Arab and the Fulani Arabs. Dave Umahi is an errand boy to Tinubu Ikewu, Mohammed Bola Tinubu Ikewu. Dave Umahi is his errand boy. So that's why they jointly, let me use the word jointly. if I use the word collaboration, it will look so high. They jointly rigged 2023 presidential election in favor of who? APC. While it was Labour political platform outrightly outsmarted the rest of the political parties, PDP, APC, and the rest of them. And Obi came out, in flying color. And today we've seen David Umahi and his colleagues, the kind of role they actually, played to make sure that they brought the Igbo man down. And they actually succeeded on bringing the Igbo man down. Tinubu was a competent rigger. Wike was an expert election rigger. He rigged for Tinubu in Rivers State. He rigged for Tinubu in Bayelsa State. He rigged for Tinubu everywhere. And today, they are trying to force us to celebrate criminality. I will never celebrate a criminal. Dave Umahi, you should go and sit down. Sam Ekpa is better off than you. Now the Kanu has actually outperformed all ye political giganos in the southeastern Nigeria. You are all what? Crooks. And I'm telling you today, come to me, Umahi, Finland is going to ask you why. You must go to ICC and answer for annihilation, demise, spying of Igbo youths in Ebonyi State. See, ICC, International Criminal Court, is going to be your home sooner or later.
And we've also seen Umahi say that Igbos are ready to vote for Tinubu in 2027, that Igbos are 99% certain, and that Tinubu will get votes from the Southeast. What do you take as regards this?
Anyway, if you look at the Igbos, he's talking about Igbo Amunna Igbo Umahi Amunna. They are very ready to vote for Tinubu again come 2027. I did not say they won't to. I say Igbo bụ Amunna Umahi. Akpa Amunna nna Umahi nwere ndị bụ Igbo ha. Ndị eji ụdị Amunna Umahi mụọ, because Amunna Umahi mụrụ Fulani mụọ Igbo, mụọ Hausa, mụọ anụ ọfịa bụ n'ime ọhịa. So it is the kind of that particular Igbos, species of Igbos, that are going to vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu comes 2027. Because Tinubu himself knows that every body language of every Nigerian is against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ahmed Tinubu has failed woefully. Come quote me. There's nothing anybody can tell us that Tinubu has not failed. Tinubu has failed like a failure. And I'm telling you that comes 2027, there are many stupid Nigerians that will still go straight and cast their vote for him. Because that particular species of Nigerians are from Akpamunna Tinubu, Akpamunna Fulani, Akpamunna Tefa Balawa, and Akpamunna Buhari. These are the species of Nigerians that are going to vote for Tinubu comes 2027. We are not saying that people won't come. People must come. Why not? At least in every 12, there must be Judas. In every Nigeria, 12 Nigerians, there must be Akpamu Fulani Nigeria. Akpamu Fulani among the 12 Nigerians that will come and vote for Akpamu Tinubu. That is what I'm trying to say. So come what may, there must be people called Akpamu Fulani, Akpamu Buhari, and Akpamu Tinubu that will vote for Tinubu. It is not wrong now. The top people with Akpamu Buhari, they are the ones that will come and vote for Akpamu Tinubu come 2027. But real Nigerians that know what's up, that knows the pain of what Nigerians are going through today, that knows what the legacy that Baba Wolo left until his death, that knows the legacy Baba Nnamdi Azikiwe left, that knows the legacy Obi is fighting for, those people are coming to vote for justice. They will never vote for celebrated criminalities. They will never vote for anointed criminals in Nigeria. They will actually come and vote for justice, vote for equity, vote for legality, and vote for dignity and integrity, so that man will never ever lose his dignity again on the political platform of Nigeria. Look at the kind of deadly mistake we've made barely 2 years ago, when everybody came out and voted for the justice, voted for legality. Some persons began to fight. Some persons carrying clubs, jackknife, dengon, guns across southwestern Nigeria, stabbing, maiming, hitting the Igbos, evicting them from their houses, shouting, go back to Anambra, go back to Imo, go back to... They are hungry now. Hunger is finishing them. Hunger is killing them. They are hungry. The people that fought Igbo man, 2023, not to, why must you go to be? Why must you turn your back? Go, this Lagos does not belong to you. They are hungry. Agu agubola ha ebi empangwa muna ebi empangwa muna amonoko awoloko vote for Tinubu. If you no vote for Ekpa ebi oloman kpai agu hunger famine food drought. How many of you are eating today? You see us on the street of Lagos everywhere. You go to toilet us, the dobala before us. That is what it takes to stand on the side of justice. And you could see how you deny many Nigerians justice barely 2 years ago. Today, you are coming out from your chairs to actually see the pains and the gains of standing for justice. Justice can pay you good. Injustice negates humanity, which is why you are suffering today. To allowing every obedient, every labor, follower, supporters, to allowing every people that ask God for justice during 2023 election. Ebi oma kwa muno. Dobangwe odibofu APC. Today, to eat rice, it hard deal. Today, for you to afford bills, you will shout and shout. See, let me tell you, 2027, vote wise. Don't diminish your dignity, your integrity, and personality by voting the wrong person because of money.
Okay, sorry. And lastly, we saw Nnamdi Kanu brother Emmanuel Kanu come out to say that Tinubu betrayed Nnamdi Kanu and his family as regards not releasing him. They said the election was not supposed to have held in the southeast, but because Tinubu promised to release Nnamdi Kanu when he becomes president, that was why the southeast there was vote in the southeast.
Emmanuel Kanu is saying what surprises me. Emmanuel Kanu is supposed to know that Tinubu is a liar. That Tinubu can never do anything right. Tinubu is a liar. If Tinubu promises something, you should believe him. Why could you believe him? You can't believe a master of all lies. He say, come, go and vote. There will be peace. I will release Nnamdi Kanu. No, he is a liar. This man, oh my God. An epitome of what? Falsehood and deception. Don't rely on his word.
For this to be election in 2027 in Southeast,
there won't be.
If there is no development
if
or
Nnamdi Kanu is not out, there won't be election. If there's no development in Southeast, there will be no election. If Tinubu failed to include Southeastern region in this current annual expenditure embarked on, there will be no election. Actually, it has cleared from every Igbo eyes. The whole Southeast is untouched. No project going there, down there. After the whole annual expenditure, annual budget, Southeast is empty, untouched. Nothing. No money has been budgeted for that region in terms of development, at least infrastructural wise, social amenity, and all that. No money has been budgeted for that region. Haven't you seen it? Haven't you heard it? I'm telling you that come what may, 2027, unless Nnamdi Kanu is out. Failure to release Nnamdi Kanu, nobody should go that place to cast any nonsense votes.
I am telling you.
Thank you.
Let them continue to build these atrocities against the Igbo over and over and over and over again because they felt that the Igbo man has been conquered. Igbo man can never be conquered. It is the Yorubas and the Northerners that are conquered. Nigeria has conquered them. Nigeria cannot conquer the Igbo man. What will happen to them is Nigeria will happen to them all. In this context, Tinubu is just like Awolowo of the 1967 as being defined by IBB. These are people, inside them, they have a deep hatred for Igbos. These are people who smile at Igbos, but in the morning, in the night, they become a different thing. No, it's a clear thing that Tinubu does not has that understanding and attitude of Awolowo towards the Igbos. So you can see if you are talking about having Tinubu for the second time again, look at what happened. The entire Southeast was not included, was excluded from the budget. The Eastern Nigeria was excluded from the budget. Look at what is going on in the House of Representatives, in different houses in the Senate, where Igbos are standing up to challenge the Senate president, to challenge the speaker, to challenge the federal government on why they are deliberately, even when it became very clear, marginalizing and suppressing Igbo, even within the political caucus. I'm questioning, the way they elected you is the way they elected me. Why would you be excluding me from national interest and budget under the watch of Bola Ahmed Tinubu? And you can see what they are saying, what the Yorubas elements in that government are saying, that they must not allow Igbos and again to conquer them. So everything that is tailored in that government is seen as anti-Igbo. We must not allow Igbo to conquer them. And I ask myself, people who are not in power, people who have not been in power, people who have not seen any other, who have not benefited from the system called Nigeria, how will they now conquer people who have been ruling, leading, sharing national cake for the past 60 years? If it is not another propaganda, if it is another angle of oppression, if another angle of suppression, that is what it is. So for Umahi to come from another angle and begin to campaign and champion the Fulanization, Islamization of Ebonyi State will fail like a pack of cards. Will completely fail. When you see them aligning, well, look at the decision and look at Tinubu signed it with the Northerners that the Southwest must be a Sharia Islamic run under Islamic law before they were able to make him president. He also entered an agreement with them in that regard, that Kanu must not be released under any circumstances. You can see what Ango Abdullahi is saying at this moment in time. What the Northerners are saying, basically based on the revelation of IBB. Let Dave Umahi continue in his Islamic tendencies in eastern part of the country. We know he's not building any road there. He is not showing any sign that he is the Minister of Works. Igbos are not seeing any development coming from that angle. All they do is to please the Yoruba. Now they have awarded Ibadan Lagos Express Road. How many roads in the entire eastern part of the country and south can David Umahi come out today and beat his chest and say, yes, under my watch, I've seen it done. From Calabar to Cross River to Lagos State, Coastal Express, running into almost 20 billion. Which one has come directly to the eastern part of the country? No. So I must tell you that the fact is that Umahi himself has already taken the same entered the same blacklist like the governor of Imo State currently now. The IPOB is watching. The Igbo nation is watching. The Igbos in diaspora is watching. The Igbos all over the world is watching. Everybody is gearing towards that angle. People are beginning to define certain things clearly the way it is. People are beginning to understand the reason why that we are continuing to have Fulani footage in the federal government system. And that is why you can see they can barely do anything. All we see about them is anti-Igbo policies, anti-Igbo tendencies, anti-Igbo championing anti-Igbo in different communities, are opening the doors through the windows for the Fulanization agenda, allowing Igbos to be killed at their farms, but as a result of they cannot be able to stand against the system because they know the system that brought them. There is only one solution, and that solution has come. There is only one solution, and that solution has come. There is only one solution, and the solution has come. There is only one solution, and that solution must come. That solution must be the restoration of Biafra as a nation.
But we see APC, you know, in Southeast, beg Bola Ahmed Tinubu to beg Umahi to complete the project there in the Southeast. They said this might jeopardize Tinubu's chance in the Southeast in 2027. Do you even think the Igbos will even vote for him?
Vote for who?
Tinubu, because they said APC members there in the Southeast said that Tinubu is at risk because Umahi feels he's not doing the project that he's supposed to do there in the Southeast.
Whatever you are seeing coming from that angle, for me, is irrelevant at this point in time because Tinubu has stood his ground. Tinubu has defined himself. Tinubu never appointed an Igbo minister. Tinubu never created a balanced federal character system in his government. Tinubu has always worked against the government. His government has always tagged anything anti-Igbo, protest Igbo, just like his brother Awolowo did. You know, so